Hi there, my name is Carrie Peterson and I am a fitness and nutrition coach with Beachbody. I have been doing this since June of 2015 and I just want to sincerely welcome you and thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And so I just want to tell you a little bit more about myself here as we get going, and then I'll start to screen share in just a bit. So first of all, my Beachbody journey actually started in 2014 in January, but I became a coach in June 2015. And I am the CEO and founder of Team Live Alive. And it has a special meaning to me. I feel that we are called to not just live life, but to be alive. It's more than just going through the motions, but I believe we were called by God to live a full and fulfilling life. And part of that is through a nutrition and fitness journey and keeping and taking good care of ourselves and our wellness. Also, I am a Christian, and so I believe deeply that we are called to be alive in Christ, and God calls us to take good care of our bodies, and also calls us to more than just, like I said before, more than just living, but fully being alive and what that means. So I am CEO and founder of my team, Team Live Alive. I'm also part of a larger team called the Fitspire Crew, which was founded by Jen Ranitzberger, and so I work very closely with Jen. And then we are also a part of a larger team called the Rising Phoenix Nation, and Rising Phoenix Nation was founded by Nina Carr, who is also obviously a coach, and she lives in Phoenix, Arizona. And so a lot of the coaches that we work with too on our team are from all over the country, but a lot of them live in the Phoenix, Arizona area. So today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about what coaching is, to tell you a little bit about my journey, my own fitness journey, my own coaching journey, how it has impacted my life and how it has impacted the lives of others. So I'm really excited to share that with you today. So I hope that in the next 30 or so minutes we can cover what coaching is, what we do as coaches, who we are, and how we are compensated for the work that we do with people, and also hopefully answer any of the questions that might be weighing on your mind too. So what I encourage you to do is grab a pen and a piece of paper, and please write down any questions that you may have as we go through. Grab a cup of tea or some water, and just get comfortable, and hopefully we will get some of your questions answered that you came with today. So I'm really excited to get started here. I'm going to start screen sharing. All right. So here we go. And I'm sorry that I can't do this as a full PowerPoint presentation full screen, because for some reason it loses its screen when I do that, that it doesn't change from screen to screen. So bear with me here. So first of all, like I said before, my name is Carrie. I live in Minnesota, Spicer, Minnesota to be exact. It's a small town in west central Minnesota. And just some things about myself. First of all, I am a Christian. I am a daughter of the Most High King, and that is very important to me. It is interwoven in all that I do, including coaching. So just know that if you are a coach on my team, you will be prayed for daily. Your challengers, the folks with whom you work, will be prayed for daily by me. And that is interwoven throughout everything that I do. Does that mean that you have to be a Christian to be on this team? No, it does not. It's just something that I want you to be aware of. If you if that's something that is a big priority to you, then that's great. You'll fit in great here, no matter if you are a Christian or not. I am a wife. I am a mom. I'm also an artisan. I make cloth diapers and other green living products and sell those online. I am a fitness enthusiast. I would not say that I am a gym rat or anything like that. I just like being fit. I like fitness. I am a little bit competitive in nature, so it's always fun for me to find a new program and try to outdo myself in that program. So, and I am a coach and CEO, like I said before, of Team Live Alive. And one of the greatest things about being a Beachbody coach is that you are your own boss. You are your own CEO. So great advantages to that. Moving on a little bit more about my family. First of all, that in the middle is a picture of my immediate family. My husband's name is Brett, and we have 2 kiddos. Jaden is currently 8.5, and McKenna is 6. She just turned 6. They joined our family through adoption, and that is part of my story that I'll share with you in a bit that has affected my health and fitness journey along the way. And I am a stay-at-home mom at the moment, actually a work-at-home mom. Not only do I, like I said, am I coaching, but I'm also running an artisan business where I sew for folks. So I have enjoyed that. I've enjoyed being home with my kids. They're both school-aged now, but I have been blessed in that I have been able to stay home since we got McKenna, or actually shortly thereafter. I resigned from my job in youth ministry. I was in youth ministry for almost 15 years prior to adopting McKenna. And so I have enjoyed being home with them. It's just one other great thing about coaching is that I can be here when they get home from school every day, and I can work my business when they're in school or after they go to bed. And so that's just been really helpful. And yet I can still help with our family's expenses. So let's see here. So those are just some pictures of us. Moving right along here. So I just want to tell you a little bit about my story as it relates to health and fitness. I have always been, I would say, pretty active. In high school and college, I ran cross country and track competitively. And so that was always just a given. I was always doing something fitness related, which happened to be running for many years. I ended up coaching cross country for our local junior high and high school team for about 13 years. So fitness was always a part of my life, but it wasn't, I wasn't always actively working out or actively running. The picture on the left is way back from 2002. But this picture really stirs in me some strong feelings of how I felt back then. And I was not active at that point. I was not eating well. I had no energy. I felt bloated all the time. Like after I would eat, I would just feel really, really bloated and full and just icky. I lacked self-confidence because of this. It affected my relationships. I felt uncomfortable all the time, especially in my clothes. Just felt icky and uncomfortable. I felt empty too inside. Even though I had a career that was very fulfilling, I just knew that I didn't feel right and that I was missing something, and so I did feel empty. I felt weak and out of shape for sure. This picture, probably at this point in my journey, this picture, that bike ride would have taken a lot out of me, and that looking back, that is really sad for me. I thought I was very active. and leading an active lifestyle, but I wasn't, and my body was paying for it. The second picture is 5 years later, and 5 years later, I had probably lost about 20 pounds by then, maybe 25. I had done that this was way before I ever got involved with any of the Beachbody products, actually, or programs. I simply made a decision that I was going to get into shape. And so I made two decisions. I decided that I was not going to eat after 8 p.m. And then the second thing that I did was I cut out pop. And I lost probably 5 or so pounds. That was kind of the beginning of my journey. At that point, I was basically just walking for fitness, which did not do a lot for me. I mean, it probably did a little bit just because I was pretty, I was not doing anything really before that, and so I started walking, and so I did start burning a little bit, but I was not doing any kind of strength training or anything that would actually cause me to move a little bit faster in that direction. But along that journey, I also started to do group fitness at the YMCA in our local community. I would run on the treadmill, I would do the elliptical machine, some of those things. I would kind of flirt with the Cybex machines, the weights, but I really had no idea what I was doing, or going from information that I you know, when I was trained in college or high school. So that really did not have very much of an effect on me. I did take a lot of yoga classes. And so just by eating right, I did take a year, about 2006, I believe it was, when I cut out all sugar, all dairy, and all wheat. And I lost the rest of that weight. And in 2007, that was pretty much, I think that I was down to what I am now. I felt great. I felt confident. I felt a ton better. You can tell the difference in between those two pictures there. I just look more confident, and I look happier, and I feel great. And I was doing something active. I was just about to rock climb on a cruise ship. So one thing that I definitely would not have done in that first picture. I still struggled from unbalanced hormones and some other hormone-related issues at that time. Even though I did feel a lot better, I was just not balanced. So there was still room for me to grow at that point. Okay, so now my story within the last two plus years. The picture on the left is actually my before picture from my very first Beachbody program that I ever did, which was T25. I started it in 2014. This was really my first introduction to Beachbody and Beachbody programs, Shakeology, all of that. A good friend of mine, really an acquaintance at the time, but well, more than an acquaintance, but a fellow mama in MOPS, posted something on her Facebook page about the fact that she started a program called Insanity, 6 weeks postpartum, and she transformed her body in 6 weeks. It was amazing. Actually, more than 6 weeks. I believe that was 2 months, but she started 6 weeks postpartum. And I was really inspired by what she had done. The picture in the slide that was before this one, where I was confident and looking, happy and fulfilled and all of that, that was right before we adopted kids. And as all mamas know, even whether you are, physically having your children, giving birth to your children, or whether you are adopting them, you know what parenthood, motherhood can take out of you. And so 5 years later, more than 5 years later, 6 years later, 7 years later, I had gained back half of the weight that I had taken off in the first place. I was not working out. I was feeling very, very unenergetic. I had no energy. I felt bloated all the time again. I lacked self-confidence. This time I added anger to the mix of all of this stuff. All of a sudden I was not only feeling this way, but I was trying to deal with children that a lot of kiddos who have been adopted deal with different attachment issues, and our kids are definitely among them. And also anxiety for one of our kiddos plays into that mix. And so all of a sudden I was not responding to their needs, and I was reacting to their needs with anger. And that is not something that I am proud of at all, but it is something that has been a part of my experience and a part of my transformation as well. I was very emotional at that time. Anything and everything would set me off into either rage or fits of crying. So I could not handle emotion very well. And that had a lot to do with my unbalanced endocrine system, which I will get to in a little while. I felt weak and out of shape. Big time again. I had pretty much lost everything that I had gained fitness-wise over those years that I had taken off all of that weight and gotten into a better place physically. So the after picture is actually from July of 2015. In between these two times, I had done a 10-week program called T25, which was the first one that I tried. I probably lost about 9 or so pounds on that. Felt great. I knew that that was not the end of my transformation by any means. And then I used a program called PiYo. And after that, I used a program called Insanity Max 30, which was a really intense cardio program. And then this picture is taken after a couple of rounds of the 21-Day Fix Extreme. And I can tell you the biggest differences between these two pictures is just my energy levels are through the roof. Different type of energy than in the picture where I was rock climbing, because this energy now was not only fueled by fitness and working out, but it was fueled by Shakeology. And that made all the difference in the world. And I'm going to get to that a little bit later here in this video. I felt more comfortable again in my clothes. My clothes fit. I was able to get rid of some bigger clothes and get back into some smaller ones. I felt confident. I was able to respond to my kids' needs versus react to them. And my hormones were balanced. My endocrine system, which had been completely out of whack, was finally balancing out. And I'm going to get to that further along in here too. And I also just felt strong. In previous programs that I had done, there was never really any sort of weight training or strength training involved. But after these, specifically Insanity Max 30, which is a body weight, mainly body weight with the strength training. And then 21-Day Fix Extreme does use weights and that sort of strength training. And so I felt physically strong after that program. Since then, I have been doing a number of different programs. I did 12 weeks of Turbo Fire, which is a cardio, almost like a kickboxing program. And now I'm in the middle, almost nearing the end of 22-minute hardcore, which is an incredible workout, only 22 minutes a day, and we're just seeing fabulous results already from this workout. So, and I am too. I would say that if I took my after picture right now, I would be in a better spot than even that 2015 July picture. And I cannot wait to see what my results pictures are looking like from after that. So, alrighty, on to the next one here. So I want to talk a little bit about who Beachbody coaches are. First of all, we are regular people on the journey ourselves. We are not folks who have already reached the destination. We are on the journey. We are folks who have just started and have several hundred pounds to lose. We are folks who are in the middle of the journey process of weight loss, and we are folks who have already hit our goal weight and are just either maintaining or doing it to feel strong, to have energy, to be able to play with our kids, and to live a life, like I said in the beginning, that is more than just going through the motions day to day. So we are regular people just like you. We are single people, we're married, we're moms, we're dads. It runs the gamut. Some of us are working full-time, some of us part-time, some of us are stay-at-home moms primarily, work-at-home moms. Some of us even homeschool our children and work in coaching along all of those other things that we do. We are encouragers. We encourage the people that we work with. We're cheerleaders. We cheer folks on their journey. We are servants, big time. That is a huge thing for coaching. We are always thinking about the person with whom we are working first. We do not think of them as a sale. We think of them as a person who we would like to help along the journey. We are relationship builders. We get paid to build relationships with people. We benefit from that, and that is how I get a lot of my fulfillment, is just working in a relationship with other people, whether it be through social media or in person. We are team players. Team Beachbody is Team Beachbody for a reason. The way that this business opportunity is structured basically forces us, in a good way, to work as a team with other coaches and our upline sponsors. So we have servant hearts. Again, like I said before, we are thinking of others before we are thinking of ourselves, and we are reaching out to help first before expecting anything in return, or a sale, if you will, in return. We offer free programs for folks to get a taste of what Beachbody is like and what challenge groups are like, and we seek to serve them first. We connect them with a program. After we, I'll get into this further, but after someone expresses interest in wanting to know more about our journey, our story, we work with them to connect them to a fitness program that fits their needs and their goals. We encourage them. We help with their accountability. We hold them accountable to the decisions that they have made and the goals that they have made to better themselves with their transformation. We, like I said before, we're paid to talk to people, to build relationships without an agenda, and they are sincere and genuine conversations that we have with folks. So as a coach, we use our own experiences and our own research that we've done, our own things that we have gone through, the programs that we've used, and our story to inspire other people and help others along their journey. So what we are not. We are not salespeople. Yes, there are products, wonderful, awesome products that Beachbody offers as tools for people on their journey. And it is one of our jobs to connect them with those tools. But we do not sell people things. We work genuinely with people first to find out if this is even something that would work for them. I know that you've all probably experienced salesy salespeople in different organizations, different companies. I'm sure that we've all gotten those messages that are super salesy. Hey, have you ever heard of fill in the blank? You would love it. And those seem salesy because it happens with with no context of relationship. It does not happen within the context of a relationship. All of the work that we do with people happen within the genuine context of relationship. We are not trainers or nutritionists. Well, some of us actually are. I have a little bit of background in coaching. I did get a minor in coaching in college, and took classes related to personal training, coaching, physical training, things like that. And I've done a lot of research in nutrition, but I do not have any degrees. Most coaches for Beachbody do not. Some do. And we do not profess to have that. In fact, we're very open about that, that we are not trainers or nutritionists. What we do is share what has worked with us, and we are motivators, encouragers, and coaches for them along the journey. We are not lone rangers. I know in some businesses, you sign up for something and you're given a website and basically sent off to do what you're going to do, and not much coaching is done in terms of your upline sponsor or the team that you are on. Team Beachbody and my team and the teams that I am on, the larger teams that I am on, are the epitome of team. Together, each achieves more. And like I said before, the way that we are compensated, the team part of that, we have to be a team player. We have to be helping each other within challenge groups or just with training. We do not sign you up and then just leave you on your own. You have one-on-one mentoring, and it's been very helpful for me. And the whole team aspect is just critical. Okay, next up, what do we do? Okay, first of all, there are 3, and now they've actually added a 4th, what they call vital behaviors. And if you can boil it down, what we do boil down to 3 and now 4 basic things. They are these. First of all, we do personal development, both professional development, which would be like listening to podcasts of nutrition, let's say a new superfood was out, identified, you're learning about that, or you're learning about how to work with folks with injuries, or how to run a challenge group or something like that. That's more along the lines of professional development. There's also personal development, where you are developing yourself as a person. For personal development for myself, I use my Bible study, I use Jesus Calling, devotions, things like that. So we do that every single day. We need to be proof that the product works. That's our other vital behavior. That means that we are using Beachbody programs, fitness programs, and we are drinking Shakeology, which I will talk about in a little bit. The third one is inviting. We could be doing all of these things, but if we're never inviting folks along the journey with us, it's not really going to have an impact. So we invite, and we do that in a number of ways. We talk to people about it. We show our progress on social media. We message people. We email people. We call people. We invite via posts on Facebook. We invite people on the journey with us to share in that story. The fourth one that they've just recently added is recognition, and this is a huge deal too, because a lot of people are motivated by recognition, and so we like to recognize the folks within our team that are doing well and have maybe hit some major goals. The bottom left picture that says new coach, that is an example of recognition. Cindy joined our team a few months ago, and so on Facebook I recognized her as a new coach and just said thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait to see what this process and this journey does for you. And she is killing it in her coaching business. She's a great coach, so genuine, so faithful. So it's just great to see that. We also recognize the folks with whom we work in our challenge groups. We recognize them publicly on our Facebook pages, on our Instagram, pictures of them, and just the non-scale victories that they're having lately, or the fact that they finished a program or earned their free t-shirt for completing a program. So recognition is key. So those are the 4 now vital behaviors. And the next one, what is it that we do? First of all, we share our story and we invite others to join us in that. We lead challenge groups. Challenge groups are closed groups here on Facebook, and in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see an image of one of our groups. Right now, we're running a test group for the brand new program that came out March 1st, 2016, called 22-Minute Hardcore, which is a great program, and we're having wonderful results with it. So anyway, we have this closed group on Facebook where people post, and we have nightly accountability posts where people look back on their day and they record the workout that they did and whether or not they drank their Shakeology and just how they ate that day, what was one thing that they were really proud of that day, and what's one thing that they could improve upon for the next day. So within that group, we share nutrition tips, we share recipes, and tips in general with fitness, lots and lots and lots of encouragement. We have prizes, and we have a lot of fun within these groups. It really is a sense of community within these groups that form, and it's a culture. And honestly, some people are in these groups for one 21-day period, or like in this case, this hardcore test group does run the full length of the program, which is an 8-week program. And it is just amazing to see how these people are getting to know each other, and they're encouraging one another, and really having a great time doing that. So it's great. Some people love these groups so much and find that it's the only thing that holds them accountable, only thing that helps them along their journey. So they are involved in challenge group after challenge group after challenge group, and so we are really excited to see that, and it's just a really helpful thing. We do one-on-one coaching too. For some people, just their personality does not groove with an online accountability group, and that is totally fine too. There are several people that I work with one-on-one every week who just prefer not to be on Facebook, or maybe don't have Facebook, or just don't like that community public part of their fitness journey, and that is fine too. Another thing that we do as coaches is to mentor other coaches. Once you start building a team, you need to mentor other coaches on their journey. And so we talk every day via Facebook messages. And so the bottom left picture was from an event earlier this spring called Super Saturday. It's a quarterly event, and we were able to get together in the cities to watch or to listen to some wonderful, inspiring stories, speakers, other coaches that shared their coaching journey, and we got to work out live with Sagi Kalev, who is the trainer behind Body Beast and the Masters Hammer and Chisel. And so it's just really great not only to be connected virtually through social media, but then as a team, but then also to when we get to connect in person. It's just awesome. So that is a little bit more about what we do. So now you're probably thinking, that's great, wonderful, we work with people, but how in the world do you get paid for that? How are we compensated? First of all, 25% you get 25% commission for those that you help with a fitness program, Shakeology, other things on your website. So you earn 25% of that. Let's say that someone orders a challenge pack that is at a $140 price point. You're going to earn $40 towards that challenge pack. We also earn what is called team bonus. So when you start building a team and you get at least 1-2 coaches that are working under you that are on your team, you will start earning a team bonus. And so you will be paid for working with them. And eventually that ends up to be some residual income that you see. As it goes in your coaching journey, eventually you'll get to a point where that team bonus outweighs or is more than what you're earning every week in commission. Speaking of every week, the pay cycle, we get paid every single week, every Thursday. A pay cycle starts on Thursday and ends on Wednesday night, and then we get direct deposit into our bank account, a paycheck every Thursday. There are no quotas that have to be met. You don't have to quote unquote sell a specific number of items or a certain dollar figure. No quotas at all. There's no commitment in terms of the length of time that you're a coach, and so that is great. That's one of the things that when I first started really spoke to me, because I just didn't know. I was unsure about all of this, and I just didn't want to put in a huge commitment if I didn't know if it was going to work out for me or whether I'd like it or not. Your income that you earn is a direct reflection of how many people that you help and your effectiveness with mentoring your team. Beachbody cannot guarantee the amount of money that you earn. It's basically you work as hard as you would like to earn as much as you would like to and can. And your efforts directly reflect basically your paycheck. So it can be as little work or as much work as you want, depending on what your goal is. We also are quote unquote paid in recognition and extras. There are monthly incentives within our teams to reach certain goals, and there are prizes that Team Beachbody awards for meeting certain goals. We are recognized when we make certain rank advancements when we start building our team. There are fun events that we get to go to, group events and trips. Like I said before, there is a quarterly event called Super Saturday, and those are they happen all around the country, and they're great events to be able to get to know other coaches and to get to be together with your coaches on your team. There's a yearly event that happens called Coach Summit, which is basically a continuing education opportunity. This year there will be in excess of 25,000 coaches at Coach Summit in Nashville, and this is my first year going, and I cannot wait to go. I'm really excited. We get to work out with the trainers that are creating these awesome fitness programs, and hear from veteran coaches and lots of different folks. So really excited for that. There's also what's called a Success Club trip, and that's the little icon that I have on the lower left. I am earning a trip to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And I have about a year to earn that trip. And so far, with what I have earned above and beyond my normal commission, this does not eat into any of my normal paycheck. It's above and beyond it. I have already earned almost half of my trip to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, for my husband and I. So I'm really excited about those kind of opportunities that they give us in Beachbody. So next we've got, let's see if I can get to it here, technical difficulties here. Okay. Oops. let's see, where were we? Sorry about this. Okay, compensated. Okay, so who we are. We are three basic coaches. We are discount coaches. A discount coach is a coach who is really enjoying Shakeology and wants to enjoy a 25% discount on their products. And so they become a coach just to take advantage of that discount. And that is a totally fine thing. There's absolutely no obligation to actively coach as a discount coach. And so they are joining as a coach, a member of my team, just to take advantage of that 25% discount on Shakeology specifically, but other programs as well. Next is a hobby coach. Hobby coaches are folks who are just kind of doing it for fun, dabbling here or there. You know, they are sharing their story, but on social media, and they're sharing it with their friends and family, inviting them along. But they aren't looking to this as a real steady source of income, whether it be part-time or full-time income. The third type of coach is a career coach, and this kind of a coach is looking to this as a career, as a source of part-time or full-time or beyond that source of income. So those are the three different types of coaches. I will tell you right now that this is not an overnight rags to riches kind of thing. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme in the least. This is a usually now I don't want to say slower process, but because it depends. I mean, there are folks who will come in as a sprinter and really build their team quickly and really move. And there are folks who are going to be jogging, and there are folks who are going to be walking, and all three are just fine, and all three are valid ways to coach on their journey. But it's definitely not something where it's an overnight success, because again, this happens all within the context of relationship, and relationships are not formed overnight. Okay, so a little bit about what Beachbody is. First of all, I am so proud and privileged and beyond blessed to be a part of this organization of Beachbody. Beachbody's goal is to end the trend of obesity. The massive numbers of people in the United States who deal with this on a daily basis is just astronomical. And so that is our goal, to end the trend of obesity. Team Beachbody, or actually Beachbody in general, was formed in 1998 by Carl Daikeler and John Congdon. And I am just, again, blessed beyond belief to be a part of this. Carl Daikeler, who is basically the folks that we see most in Beachbody as the leader of Beachbody, is passionate, genuine. He has a servant heart, believes in stewardship. There is this company gives away massive amounts of money. Recently, the 22-minute hardcore program, with each challenge pack sale that they had, they donated $5 from that challenge pack towards an organization that helps veterans transition back to life in the United States when they come back from serving overseas. And they raised almost $500,000 for that organization. And that's only one of several organizations that they have donated funds to this last year. So they really do have a strong passion for giving back to the community through stewardship. It's a multi-billion-dollar corporation that has served over 20 million people with fitness and nutrition and that was numbered back in 2014. So now it's even more than that. Currently, there are approximately over 400,000 coaches. Most of those are discount coaches. Not all of those coaches are actively coaching, but right now we are more than 400,000 coaches strong. What Beachbody is not. Beachbody is not a pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes are highly illegal. In a real pyramid scheme, the folks are investing money in something and never get anything in return. They don't have a product. They don't have anything. It's just an investing kind of a thing, and they're completely illegal. Yes, this is a multi-level marketing structure, business structure, but it is a multi-level marketing business like no other. The approach is not salesy, and we are encouraged to reach out to people in a non-salesy way. Beachbody is made up of coaches who are extroverts, introverts, and people all along that spectrum. You don't have to be someone who is completely out there and in everybody's face to be a wonderful coach, because not everyone is like that, and not everybody can relate to somebody like that. Okay, Team Beachbody is definitely team-centered, and that's why they named it Team Beachbody. Alrighty, next slide here. So how do I get started as a coach for Team Beachbody? First of all, the way that we get started is an incredible investment, and it is an investment in you. There is no big grandiose fee that you pay just to let you in to the club per se. The investment is in a fitness program and a 30-day supply of Shakeology, which is called a challenge pack. The investment is completely in you. So challenge packs range from $140 to $205, and part of my job as your coach is to go through an interview process with you to figure out which program would meet your needs and goals. There's a monthly $15.95 fee for all of your websites, which we will get into at a later date. This basically pays for everything. Your websites are so user-friendly. You do not need to have any kind of technical background to run your website. It's so easy. It's basically run for you. Last on there is how you get started is you get mentoring from me and from your other team members. So that is how you get started. Next up. So how do we help people? First of all, we connect them with a fitness program that helps them to meet their goals. We lead them through an interview process that helps us find out more about what their goals are, what their needs are, the past experiences that they've had with their health and their nutrition and injuries and all kinds of different things. We evaluate that, and then we connect them with a program that would suit their needs. We are always thinking of the person first and not the program or not the sale first. So honestly, not everyone is cut out for being in a challenge group or cut out for one of the fitness programs. And so we are going to help them determine that along the way before blindly just, recommending something that's just worked for us when we don't even know what their past is. There are big time methodology behind all of these fitness programs. It's so different than just going into a gym and blindly choosing something to do. These are proven fitness programs that really get results. Next one is up. The other way that we help them is with Shakeology. Shakeology, there's so much more. I could do hours and hours on Shakeology. Shakeology is a nutrient-dense meal replacement shake. It has 70+ superfoods. It's free of anything artificial, no artificial sweeteners, colors, preservatives, nothing artificial in it. It is ethically and fairly sourced, meaning that the creators of Shakeology and the teams that go out around the globe to source, let's say, moringa, will go to that farmer and make sure that everything is fully tested beyond the requirements that our government would require, or for it to be certified organic or certified non-GMO. They test beyond what it needs to be to meet those requirements. They make sure that it is being raised without any without any pesticides, herbicides, anything like that, free of chemicals, and that also that they're paid fairly. It's fair trade, and they are making sure that it is raised with the standards that they have, and that is for every single ingredient in this nutrient dense shake, which is unheard of across the market. There's no other company that is so doing this as much. So there are proven results with Shakeology that it does speed up weight loss. They did a study that I could send you the information for, where the only thing that they did was in their lifestyle was adding Shakeology in, and the weight loss happened, and it didn't just fall and then plateau for a while. It fell to where they're to a point where they had met their goals. So it has proven results. We see it day to day, day in and day out, helping people on their fitness and weight loss journeys. It can be considered a meal replacement, but not everyone uses it as a meal replacement because it is daily support of every single thing that your body needs throughout the course of a day and more. And some people do use it, for weight loss. Some people use it to help their bodies recover after intense exercise. All right, and with that being said, we provide lots and lots of education surrounding Shakeology. My Shakeology story, in a nutshell, try to be brief as possible, but basically my life changed because of Shakeology. I started drinking Shakeology on a regular basis when I became a coach. And since then, my energy is through the roof. My endocrine system is completely balanced, meaning my hormones are balanced. I don't have those crazy out of whack hormones anymore. My cycles are regular. They went from being 40 plus days to 28 days with no pain, no PMS, no bloating. I have no more bloating after eating that I had previously, and I'm able to respond versus react to my kids when stuff is going down. So I'm very thankful to what Shakeology has done for me. It basically is the Rolls Royce among meal replacements out there on the market. Alrighty, so my final slide here. So what has coaching done for me? First of all, it has paid for fun little extras and trips and activities for my kids. And it has paid for my family's Shakeology and programs. From day one, the first month that I started coaching, I was able to cover the cost of my Shakeology and actually was able to fully get paid for the investment that I had made in myself with my challenge pack. I earned that and more the first month that I was a coach. And every month since then, I have paid for my whole family's Shakeology. We are all on Shakeology. So, and more, obviously. Coaching has been so fulfilling. That is the biggest thing. The biggest paycheck is receiving those text messages, receiving those messages on Facebook that you have helped someone, that they have been able to go shopping for some new clothes, that now they have lots of energy so they can stay awake and play with their kids. all those non-scale victories and scale victories. You know, I've lost 15 pounds, I've lost 22 pounds, I've lost 30 pounds. It's amazing. And it is better than that paycheck that you see in your Coach Online office every week for me. I've gotten to meet new people, new relationships, not only with people with whom I work as clients, but coaches. They are my family right now. My friend group is made up of other coaches. We talk on a daily basis, and I just love it. I'm definitely a person who loves living in the context of relationship, community, culture, that sort of thing. So it is very fulfilling for me. Physically, mentally, emotionally, it has changed my life. I'm so blessed and so grateful, so thankful for becoming involved in Beachbody in the first place, and then deciding to be a coach. So the last little bit that I wanted to share with you is, if I invited you to watch this video, it is because, actually I'm going to stop, and I'm going to stop screen sharing here. I invited you to watch this video because I feel that you have the gifts and the skills that are needed for coaching. I don't invite everyone to this coaching opportunity because honestly, coaching is not for everybody, but it could be for you. And I have seen, whether you've been in a challenge group, I've seen you actively coaching within our group and just not getting paid for it. Or I've known you and I know that about you, that you possess those skills and gifts already. But you are the one who needs to make that decision. Shortly after I started my journey on T25, my coach Jen said, "Hey, you'd be a good coach." And I said, "Really? Me?" And it took me 18 months to finally say yes, I was ready to coach. But I'm so glad I did. It is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. And I'm so, so blessed to say that I started coaching. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about it. I want you to pray about it. Because I truly believe that this is vocation. I truly believe that if God wants you to be coaching, and God has put this in your life, that it's a God thing. So you need to pray about that and discern whether or not it fits your timing. And timing is everything. Like I said, it took me 18 months to jump on board. I want you to talk about it with your spouse or significant other or your parents or your friends and say, "Hey, what do you think about this? What do you see these skills and gifts in me?" I am going to be following up with you after you watch this video, but I want you to think about it and pray about it first. So take that list of questions that you have, and I would love to have a conversation with you, whether it's via Facebook or on the phone or in person, so that I can answer some of those questions that you may have. And again, I just thank you so much for taking the time to listen to all of this, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye!